you and kill you and take the law into our own hands. If you're a police department, don't put those skulls in. I asked my police chief, and he's going to be taking them down from their cars. No, he actually said, he goes, hell no, we don't have those on there anywhere on our cars.
Look,
so he gets it.
Here's the thing. This isn't the first police department to do it.
No,
most police departments do not have this on their cars, though. So it's not like a huge, widespread problem.
I guess I saw a picture of a police car that had that logo. Almost the whole size of the hood of their car. It was on the hood of their police cars.
Yeah.
And there was such an outcry that within a week they were taking them off. Well, it's got the blue line. Mm-hmm. It's got the thin blue line.
Apparently the department got to vote. The officers got to vote about which logo they wanted, and this was it.
Yeah. Couldn't they just, like you said, do just the flag by itself with the thin blue line?
Well, I didn't suggest that. I said they shouldn't do that either.
Yeah, I know they didn't, but I mean that would be the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think so.
Okay, that's fine.
I think so.
That's fine.
I mean, one is just disrespectful to a cloth, a symbol.
Well,
the other is actually saying we are going to kill you.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think it's. I don't think any of them say that.
No, they do.
Oh, come on. If one of them represents something, then both of them represent something.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so.
But I'm saying one, I think is a little less is a little more non-violent, and the other is a little bit implying violence. I think
the flag represents something very violent.
Well, maybe just the United States.
That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, no, the founding and how we got to where we are,
and what we've done,
and
what we're still doing.
No, that's not my point.
No, I think it was. You're anti-American. I get it.
Yeah, that's
after all these years. Finally,
that's right.
We've come out and said it. So Trump denounces racism.
Yeah, speaking of anti-American.
But I guess he took too long, and then he didn't really.
Well, it took him 40 minutes.
And he blamed the Antifas for being there, wasn't it?
Well, not at first.
Oh, okay.
Not at first. He just said essentially,
racism.
I denounce all of this racism and violence.
And
that took too long and wasn't specific. Yeah. He did not say KKK and Nazis. And so then he came out the next day and said,
Let me make this perfectly clear.
KKK and Nazis and Antifa
are bad.
Yeah. And then that wasn't good because the Antifa's not bad. Do you know Nazis are socialists? I mean, they're not like small government individual freedom people, right?
I think that's true.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. So it's weird that they get lumped in with the right wing so much. I mean, part of it is they're running around saying, we love Donald Trump, he's our Lord and Savior, but it's weird. It's really weird. They want the government to handle things. What are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to pull up...
Are you meaning to play that?
No, you can turn that down. That's some stupid advertisement.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm pulling up Donald Trump, telling people...
Well, you're good.
But they're bad. So I'll tell you when the ad is over. It's one of those you can't skip. It plays for 15 seconds. It intrudes upon your life. And we have 5 more seconds, 4 more seconds, 3 more seconds, 2 more seconds, 1 more seconds. Seconds? And I can't even hear them.
For each other and unite together in condemnation of hatred, bigotry, and violence. We must rediscover the bonds of love and loyalty that bring us together as Americans. Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans.
There you go.
So he didn't actually say and Antifa. He said other hate.
You know why? Because nobody knows how to pronounce it.
Yeah, and he didn't want to get it wrong like he did Nevada.
How do you say it again?
Nevada.
Nevada? Well, some people out there say it Nevada.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
The wrong ones.
It's like Oregon. So
it's Oregon.
Here's the thing. And then he did this, and they were like, no, you can't do that. So then he came out the next day did a press conference where he wasn't supposed to take questions, but the moron was like, I'm going to take questions. I'm Donald Trump. And then just yelled at everybody. It was horrible. I don't know if you saw that, but it was not good. It didn't look good.
That'd have been nice on the prep page.
He pretty much just started arguing with CNN. It was like, come on, fake news. Shut up. I'm talking fake news. I'm not exaggerating.
No, I know you're not, and that's what's sad.
I don't care. Yeah. Like, it's funny, and it's fine. And I love when he attacks, like, left-wing media and things, but it didn't do him any favors.
No, it doesn't.
He came out all these times trying to appease everybody, and it's like he just got fed up, and he was like, well, screw it.
You know why that is, right? Because he's not right.
About what?
In his head.
Oh, I think so. Well, he's not good at
what did you call those earlier?
I didn't call him.
Neurologically challenged or something?
No, that's not. It was dynamic. Neurologically dynamic, I think is the proper term. It's kind of like saying he's on the spectrum. It's like the nice way, right? Dynamic. What does that mean? Everybody's dynamic. Everybody's on the spectrum, but you're supposed to just know what it means. In another 5 years, that'll be what's the word? Faux pas? Is that the word? Is that the right?
Faux pas is a public
distasteful.
Will be politically incorrect.
Yeah, that's good. I was trying to be French.
I know. So you can drop your guns? I don't know. I don't get it.
Was it? Jeez. I don't know. I'm not doing well today.
No, you're off.
I'm saying. What was I saying?
I don't know.
He is. Donald Trump. What I was trying to say is he's not good at having. What?
He not good talk.
He's not good at having handlers. That's what he's not good at being contained and read the script and then leave. But he's good at yelling and saying ridiculous things. So
he's off the cuff.
That's why Twitter is perfect for him.
Right. It's really bad for him.
Well, yeah, whatever. But,
well, speaking of Nazis, Chelsea.
Well, are we okay?
What?
Are we done with Charlottesville, or because this doesn't seem to be in any order that makes
No,
sense?
I didn't spend any time putting it in order because you always yell at me.
Okay, great. So let's just.
I want you to realize how important I am to the show and what I contribute.
Okay. So what, Chelsea?
I have no idea what we're doing.
I gave you the greatest segue.
Chelsea.
When I said Trump isn't good at having handlers.
Ooh,
you missed it.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, it's our first time working together. Chelsea Handler, who's a comedian, talk show host, and
I wouldn't go that far.
Kind of skanky.
Oh,
I would still.
That's not okay. So what did she say?
Well, she was calling Trump a Nazi, and you're just a Nazi, white supremacist, you're all these horrible things. Well, apparently there's a show where they trace your background. They look at your ancestors.
Okay.
And, you're related to the King of England or something like that.
Was she related to the King of England?
Not even close. No, but her grandfather was a Nazi.
Oh, good. Like an actual Nazi.
Actual Nazi.
World War II
Absolutely.
Nazi.
Born in Germany, signed up. They had all the papers, and she was just all upset and stuff. And and then he got captured.
Good.
And was sent to the United States, to Montana, in a prisoner of war camp.
Okay.
And loved it so much that after the war, he went and got his family in Germany and brought him back to Montana and started his life over there. And
still there today?
I don't think he's still alive.
Chelsea Handler's here, though.
But what's the irony, Nate?
The
irony is that this guy's daughter, Chelsea's mother, converted to Judaism. And so did Chelsea was raised as a conservative Jew.
That's hilarious.
And she identifies with Judaism as her religion.
That is irony.
That is irony.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know if that was before or after the grandfather's death.
Yeah.
They might have had to wait because they could have been. Oh, never mind.
Well, they weren't on speaking terms anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the grandfather didn't speak Yiddish, so.
This has been, I've seen people react to this in a couple different ways that, you were calling him a Nazi, and now you find out your grandpa was a Nazi, you're a hypocrite.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
That's like blacks blaming all white people for slavery.
Right. The other side saying it doesn't matter at all because you're not who you're not your ancestors, and so what your grandpa did is if you don't repeat what he did, then you have no responsibility or accountability there.
If she had become a Nazi,
then she would have to be held accountable for
Right.
that. My point, though, is the left constantly tries to get especially white males to atone for the sins of their ancestors, including Chelsea Handler.
And
she's
particularly slavery.
Right. Well, sure. Nazis, slavery, whatever it is. Yeah, not Nazis necessarily, white American males.
It would be almost like the Jews not getting along with the Egyptians and the Arabs for holding them in slavery. 5,000. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, but that wouldn't happen.
They don't get along with them. Never mind.
My point is, Chelsea Handler is part of the same group that wants you and I to pay reparations and those sorts of things, right? Sure. I don't know if she specifically wants reparations.
Doesn't matter.
Has that same line of thinking.
What we do know is that her grandfather was a Nazi.
I found this thing. I was doing some show prep. Not for this show. Not for this show. But and I
made me spit up my.
I
Coke
found
Zero.
this thing. It's a box that you can purchase, right?
Yeah.
And it's for teaching your children how to be allies to black people. It's a box. I don't remember what it's called, but essentially it's.
Is it a little black box?
I think it was white.
A little black box?
Yeah, I get it. No,
that's pretty funny.
It's not funny. Yeah. But it's like $60. You buy it, and it has all the materials in
there.
Oh,
I thought there was nothing in it.
It has all the materials in there that you need to talk to your children about racism and to raise a non-racist child, which is impossible, by the way, I've heard also. If you're white, it is impossible to not be racist and to raise a non-racist child.
You know my point of view. I've always said I'm racist, but I'm a harmless racist.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
No, you can be harmless and be a racist.
But you shouldn't.
Why not?
It's not nice.
Which is worse?
It's not nice.
Being a harmful racist?
Well, of course it's worse. But look, I mean,
everybody has some racism.
You'd fit right in. You should buy one of those boxes.
Mother Teresa is going to be a saint, which is, don't get me started on that, because she was an evil person. But I'm sure there were a lot of people she didn't like.
She made a lot of money for her nonprofit. I don't know if it was a nonprofit, but
it was. But she didn't spend it on her business or on the organization and relieving suffering.
I'm not getting you started on that. Are you ready for
Go ahead.
Your trivia question so we can take a break?
Oh yeah. Because the trivia question is important, and it's really easy. Now, don't cheat because you can Google this really easy. You either know the answer or you don't. You can guess.
I don't.
I know you don't. You can guess, but a Google search will find it pretty quick.
Okay.
Now, there was a president that we had that ordered the dropping of atomic bombs on Japan. That's Harry S. Truman.
Not a nuclear bomb, though.
Not a nuclear bomb. Boy, don't make that mistake. Whatever. And
you know it is a nuclear bomb, right?
I knew it was right on an atomic level. So, damn, Mike. So the question is, Harry S. Truman, what does the S stand for in his name?
Oh, all right. Okay. That's a good one. We'll be right back.
Lock it in. And rip the knob off. Red State Talk Radio.
My Parents Open Carry, a pro-gun kids book from White Feather Press. 13-year-old Brenna and her parents spend their day in typical fashion. But what's not so typical is that Brenna's parents lawfully open carry handguns for self-defense. And the Strongs join a growing number of families who are standing up for their Second Amendment right and bringing gun ownership out of the closet. Order your copy of this unique kids book at myparentsopencarry.com.
It's a bumpy ride through the political jungle with Nate and Brian.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
What? If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000